Hey kids, it's Mark Miller. Looks like my camera is not working, and I tested it moments ago. We go for this one right here. Well, that one works at least. We'll do this one, kids. Interesting, not sure why the camera decided to turn off over there. Had another problem I noticed on startup as well, where one of the apps, the Dungeon Master app, suddenly was gone and disappeared. This is it right here. Had to restart that. So we'll get that there going. Turn off the clock as well. Let's refresh the front overlay. Okay. All right. We're working on this space I'm calling interactive training editor. This ability to create.
Disco 7, where are you? We need your help.
Inside Visual Studio. Disco 7 knows what I'm talking about.
Here I am.
Random guy, 70 hertz. Random guy, 70 hertz. How you doing? Hope what you're doing and entire content. Well, thank you so much. We'll see what we do. See what we can do today. So I've just kind of got this this PowerPoint piece out here, and I've got it, like this. I got it like this because I want to, this guy, come on. Ah! Things are a little slow today. What's up with that? That's not good. I've got it in like a supreme portrait mode here, real stretched out like this, because I'm imagining a tool window that's kind of stretched out, and I'm kind of working on that. Screech Rad! That's Screech Rad, kids. Pro tip, always look behind you before you sit down when you got a chair on wheels like I do and you're dancing like crazy. Coding Gorilla's out there saying, what's this? Coding Gorilla, what's going on? Party have started. Is Coding Gorilla's fanfare going to start by itself automatically? Or am I going to have to click on it? I'm clicking. Let's give it 1 second. Oh, there it is. It did it on its own. But I'm not moving. The movement file, I got to go find it. Coding Gorilla, welcome. Yeah, I don't know why the movement file stopped here. Oh, look at this. I got a giant hole in my head. Let's get back over to this scene. Control the lights here. Everybody, welcome. Glad you're with us. So today, here's what we're going to do. Oh, no. Oh, no. What? No, it's too close. I'm in the water. No. Why'd you do that, guys? Oh, man. Copper Beardy
is in the house.
Is in the house. Wow, 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 wow. What's the best way to get me back here? I think the best thing is drone failure. I got it. I figured out how to stay afloat. They'll never defeat me. Never. All right, fine. Let's just code. We're working over here in this document editor sandbox, and what we were trying to do, this was like last week, and we actually created, we got some pretty good success, as I recall.
Force and ignorance.
As one of our sponsors, Brute Force and Ignorance. That's right, kids. The other one is
It compiles. Let's ship it.
those are our sponsors. 3D printed copper gnomes from Beardy. Yeah, that's right. So here's what I want to do. I want to let's first review where we got, and the essence. I'll tell you what we did. Oh. I'm just going to run it, kids. That's what I'm going to do. There were two things that we were trying to do last week, and we were essentially trying to get data inside of the FlowDocument. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get data inside of it. Music's not working. Now it's working. Okay. Shirley says you need a box by your side so that you can use that side camera of yours with that party. Then you can stand on the balls of wool. I think I understand what you're saying. I got to stand on the box. That's what I think you're saying. No pumpkins. Oh no, Shirley had no pumpkins. You're right. No pumpkins? I'll get you manually. We did this last time we had a problem. Here you are manually, Shirley.
Surly Dad is in the house.
Did Fred work, kids? I didn't notice if Fred worked or not. I saw him say something earlier. Trying to get a sense of. Yep, there it is right there. Okay. We're doing on. Okay. So here's my FlowDocument right here, and my FlowDocument has got. I'm working fine, says Fred. All right, good. Good job, Fred. I'm glad you're working fine. So the FlowDocument allows me to have formatted text if I want to do that. But I'm using it for two things, I think. Three things. I want to have text. I want to have highlighted range that has some additional data stored inside of it, like this. I want to select that and say highlighted. That one seems a little short. I want to highlight that text. I want to store additional data in that. And I want that additional data to survive a cut and a paste and an undo and a redo. And we figured that out. We got that working last time. The second piece of it is I wanted to be able to put in an image. And I want it to be clickable. I think I may have worked on this on Friday a little bit after, not on the show, not live. And at first we were throwing in an actual UI element. No data here either. Nothing moved. Nothing moved that time. I feel like we got to go back inside and really start figuring this out. All right, at any rate, So we figured that out. I wanted to be able to put like essentially a button in. The workaround I came up with is something that sticks an image in and makes it clickable by waiting for the mouse over, figuring out if it's over it, and then changing it. And then, the other thing I was working on was the tooltip window right there. So this is all for the training. I want to be able to say here, this is going to become code, and then I'm going to, like, for example, highlight that, and then when I highlight that, we're going to show a call out, and it's going to have additional data in it, that sort of thing. So I want to be able to have my code here, be able to drop in buttons and things like that, have the buttons do things, and I'm trying to be able to make training in Visual Studio faster. So I should say that, like most projects, or like most things well, not everything, but on a lot of things I do, we're starting out with a big block of clay, and I'm just going to sculpt it. That's all I'm going to do. So we'll see what it feels like, what it needs later, and we'll add those things as we need them. Okay, the other piece is this image. What I figured out on the image, let me show you how I did that, because as I recall, there's something important there, and so we should go look at the code and see if we can find that out. Let's drop this down, font size back to 100%. That looks good. Image, inline container, TP6 create button. Okay, so create button is in my descendant, which I'm calling a script segment editor. So I've got a descendant of the rich text box. I've got a method in there called create button, and if I can find that again, there it is. What's the significant piece? There's the inline container. The custom button data is there, and I throw it in the tooltip. Now, you might be thinking, why not stick it in the tag, Mark? Well, I tried that. I tried putting it in the tag, and the tag gets cleared on a cut and paste, but the tooltip does not. So I'm using the tooltip to hold this custom data, whatever that's going to be. It can be a GUID, it can be anything. Probably a GUID, maybe, I don't know. We'll see what it turns out to be. Later on, this is just a check to see if we save it. There's the note there, we lose the tag, but we keep the tooltip property. So that's just a test there to verify that. Here's where we do the mouse hover over image, right here. And notice in script segment editor, mouse hover over image changed, I think is going to fire an event, or no? No, it is not. It's just handling on the tooltip service directly. So it's basically turning the tooltip service on and off is what it's doing, and showing the tooltip. We're just actually showing it there, but we're probably going to put some custom data in there, maybe have our own custom tooltip if we want to show it, or something different like click me or something like that to test, click to test, something along those lines. The cool thing is that this also, so this now survives a cut and paste. So if I come in here and I cut this, and I come down here and paste it, there it is. It survives the cut and paste. And if I go over it, the can you see this is showing up. That's the tooltip that's survived, okay, with the image. So the image is in there. We can cut and paste images, and we can cut and paste these. By the way, if you weren't here last week, the hack behind this to make this work is crazy. When we click highlight, we pass it the color green, and it says, okay, I'm going to give you something close to green, but unique. So it's keeping track of all of the colors, and it's getting something as close to green as it can get, but it's then unique, and then it then stores that unique color along with some GUID, and then we can do something with the GUID again. So that's how we're going to tie and attach data to this. Now, the piece I want to work on today, now, by the way, what's cool is that, hold on, can I zoom in on that? Huh, my zoom it doesn't appear to be working. Is it just not started up? It should be now. Still not working. There it is. Okay. Got function lock on. I turned it, toggled it, and then started zooming. All right. I just want to say these two right here, these two greens are close but different. So from a standpoint of a usability, the user interface of it, the colors will look identical. And we don't have to store millions of these. We're just going to have in a typical document, we might have say 30 or 60 or maybe 100. At the most 1,000 we could have, but still we have plenty of colors that we can work with that are all close to green. We can get 1,000 different variations of green in there if we had to do that. So it's a really sweet hack because it survives in ways that no other way do we try in terms of storing data we're able to survive. We weren't able to survive a cut and paste with the other ways we tried to attach data to the Flow document. So that's what we've done. All right, so now what I want to do today is I want to work on getting a model for this and then transferring from the model to the Flow document and back. That's kind of what I want to work on. The Flow document doesn't really have any data binding support in it. So, you know, if we wanted to do that, we'd have to write it ourselves. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I think I'm going to just manually do transfers forward and back when I need to. So while the UI is up, we'll use the Flow document to store the data, and we'll have any additional dictionaries on hand to do the mapping between the special colors, the encoded data, the additional data that we need to support what we're editing. What else? Yeah, dances are going way too short. Way too short on these dances. I think up here when I highlight this, it says test 0. When I highlight this, it says test 1. So that hidden data there is that's demonstrating that we're storing that data there. All right, let's go into the code. I think, yeah, we'll work on the model now. Let's kind of imagine what that model is going to look like. So I'm in this sandbox application. Normally I would, I think, be breaking things into different projects. Oh no! Ah! Normally I'd bring these into separate projects, but I'll refactor later. I'll move things around later. I just want to kind of get things kind of working. I'm going to break things, of course, into separate classes. So this class is going to be called a script segment, I think. And a script segment is going to map to a single Flow document. It's going to be able to create a Flow document, I think. Maybe we'll have something else that creates Flow documents. That's what we'll do. And so there's my script segment. Move that to its own file. Let's close the application. We can edit this. Now, the script segment needs to have essentially something similar to what a Flow document has. In other words, it needs to have a bunch of pieces. Which I think I'm going to call a script run. And I think I'm going to make it an abstract class. That's what I think I'm going to do. And so this is going to have a list of these guys. Script runs. I'm going to change the name of this. This is going to be a script block. That's good. All right. Now we're going to create a descendant of this called script text. Give it a text property. And I think I want another descendant of it called script image. I don't know really yet what's coming in here, but we'll say image details right now. We'll give it a string for now. Visual Studio just stopped responding. Interesting. I think the music stopped around the same time too. Everything started to kind of go down, seemed like. Fine, we'll do that. We'll do this. What's this? Oops, wrong place. Okay. All right, so now we've got script text, script image, and I think we're going to add one more, which is going to be a script highlight. So if you're wondering, wait, Mark, are you going to have highlights that are also going to contain bold text in them? And the answer is no. I'm really using because we're just doing source code. Well, it's no for now. No for now. Because we're just doing source code, I was going to do it as plain text, but I'm considering also creating a syntax highlighting for the source code, just to make it that training part of it easier to read. I'm thinking about that. Maybe some kind of real simple highlighting there. I'm not sure. Which would mean that maybe the front highlighting of the text and the background highlighting would need something like a different structure here. But for the version 1.0, these are the three pieces we need. We need to be able to hold text, we need to be able to hold a highlight, and we need to be able to hold an image. That's it. Okay. Once we add that, we want to be able to save the script segment out and then load it back in. And so let's figure that out. The highlight, we need something else. We need the background color, I think. I'm not actually sure about that. Let's look at the background color. Let's look at what the code is doing right now. That highlight data. We pass in a brush and some data. Does Get Good create a new one or not? Yeah, Yeah, Genesis says it's good to test parties, see if they work with move aspect. Well, I agree with you. That's the case. We're gonna have to go look at them because some were not. We saw some movement not working. Weirdbeard Dev, welcome. So Surly didn't get a fanfare, I think. I had to manually trigger fanfare for Surly, but everybody else got one, including Weirdbeard, who just showed up. Okay, so we're gonna have to change things a little bit. I'm just looking at the code we wrote last week here. So set highlight data basically takes a brush and calls get GUID on it. What's happening right here? We call get unique right there to get the brush. That gets it back. So this call to get unique is kind of useful on a load, I think. Ultimately, it looks like we simply need the RGB. No, we need the ARGB. We need all four is what we need. Okay, so we'll make it of type color is what we'll do. Let's get the right. And we'll call this highlight color. Highlight color or background color. Okay, so those are those pieces. Let's break each of these into their own files. We've got script block going to its own flow location as well. And then we've got our, this is going to be called script blocks. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, my gut feel is telling me get a factory outside of here to kind of create one, have that do the work of creating one to the other. But I'm also thinking, well, it's simpler if we just pass it in right here as a constructor, and then later we can refactor that if we want to pull it out into its own different piece. So, yeah, gut's still telling me create a separate factory. So let's do that. We'll create a factory. Like that. Make it static. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Weirdbeard? Welcome. Script segment builder. And so we're going to create a method in here that's going to say create script segment. It's gorgeous, kids. Look at that. And that's going to return a script segment. And it's going to be public. And let's come in here and say new script segment, call that result. And we want to do something like, say, well, it needs to bring in a flow document. Like that. Let's move this to its own file as well. And flow document, let's get the right using in there. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to say FlowDocument.blocks and do a for each on that. And then we're going to go in and say add script block, like that, passing in result, and then block. Weirdbeard, working at my day job. This is the week we close out, release, and plan our next one. All right. That's kind of, I think, a good week, isn't it? A little stressful, I bet. at the start of the week, maybe getting better near the end. Okay, add script block is there, and then we're going to, at the end, we're going to call return result. Create script segment from a flow document. Sweet. Okay, so now let's build this. Script segment, the block is coming in. If block is paragraph, you can want something like that. Stressful. I'm Scrum Master, so lots to keep track of. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, so if it's a paragraph, then in the paragraph we got something called inlines. And we can now go through each inline. And I'm going to keep going and say add script block, and I'm going to say result, and this time I'm passing the inline. I'm feeling. Let's build that. Now, if it's not a paragraph, it's something else. I think we're looking for UI inline. No, inline UI container. There it is. If it's an inline UI container, hey man, you're getting that all over my code. You know, people on the Visual Studio team worked really hard to create this UI, and you're just, oh my God, it's just all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna be all right. Okay, so it's an inline UI container. No. No, it's not. It's an inline. It's down in here. Okay. This doesn't go here. This goes in here. Okay. If the block is UI inline container, I'll call this inline, sorry, inline, there, then we're going to do that. Else, if inline is a run, then we're going to do something else. And in here, we want to see if run's highlight color, what is it? Background? We want to do a test on the background. And what do we think the normal is going to be? Is it going to be transparent? Or is it going to be white? What is it going to be? Or is it going to be null? The default is null. Let's try that then. Let's say, hey, if it's not null, then we're going to say we've got a highlight. We need to add a highlight segment. We need to add a normal text segment. And then up here, we're expecting to add an image. All right, let's run this. Let's run this with a call to create with some breakpoints in here and just see where we hit. We're expecting to see some hits inside there. Add script block is there. Let's change this to add script inline, like that. So we're going to need to call create script segment from the script segment builder at some appropriate time. Oh no, it's Edmund! build yet? Asks Edmund. Yeah, build can hit me when it hits me. When it comes in, I'll be like, oh, okay, there it's build. It's time for build. Until then, we're doing a lot of stuff here. Look at all this code we wrote like years ago up here. Uh-oh. We saw this once before. Okay, script segment builder. Let's go back to main window. Oops, not quite the right one. Maybe add a new button up in this space. This is going to be button test. Convert to model. Like that. That didn't do anything in the code, so let's go. Put that in. Convert to model. Create script segment. The flow document is going to be tbx test. Oops. tbx test dot document. Like that. I think that's going to do it. All right, there's our test code. Let's run it. Get some highlighting in here. Now we're going to get something weird here because this is bold. I don't have any way to unbold that. Oh yeah, I do. Look at that. Control B. Okay. So we're going to set a highlight here. And another one here. And I don't know, maybe another one here. So we've got world, paragraph, image, and then we've got this guy right here. And we're going to say test convert to model. All right, so when we're in here, we've got, let's just see where we're going. So this is, first one we're expecting to be is a normal one right here. Normal text segment. Sweet. Do we have the text? Oh, you know what I can do? I can say run.text to get it. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to create a new script text like that. Then we're going to say script text dot text is equal to run dot text like that. Then we're going to say result certainly needs to code script the portal number to it. Yeah, just some gorgeous kind of effects and stuff like that we were creating. All right, result dot script blocks dot add script text. Sweet. So if we do that. Like that, we just step through this. Script text is equal to hello. Yeah, world is the next word one, so that's good. Let's set a breakpoint here, and this breakpoint in here. Oops, right there is where I want it. Through that one and run again. Okay, now we've got a highlighted segment. Cool. So this is going to be a script highlight, I think is what we called it. Okay, we're going to assign the run text, but we also have to get the color. So we're going to say color, highlight color is equal to run dot background dot color. Uh-oh. All right, I think we're going to, it's probably a brush. So we'll have to say, hey, if run dot background is solid color brush, like that, then we can set the highlight color. Do the solid color brush dot color. That's what we're expecting to see the flow go. So let's look at this. Okay. There's the word world. Sweet. There's our unique color. Oh, but there's something else we need. That unique color. Wait, Terranam says, I can't hang around, but I hope you're doing well. Terranam, did you raid? Oh my God, I missed the raid. Terranam, thanks so much for the raid. a little crazy here. Apologies for not missing you. If love, if dot is. I think you're saying maybe I'm missing something. Am I missing a pattern opportunity here? Sorry, I love if dot is. Got it. I'm with you, Edmund. No worries. Okay, so I want to go find where we could do the get unique color. Here's the get unique call. There's the data, the highlight data. What's going on there? Highlight data. Highlight data is held internally. It's this internal piece, internal dictionary. Hold the additional data. I feel like we got to move it out. I'm going to move it out. Okay, so kill the app. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling on this. What's last highlight good? Is that related to this at all? Highlight good change. No, that's just the last one we selected as we're moving around. Highlight data. We're killing it out of here. We're going to create a new class to managing our highlighting. Highlight data manager. Inside here, we're going to have the highlight data. Down in here, we're going to create a new, we want to have a highlight data manager there, and I'll just initialize it, create it to that. We'll make it give it a public property. And now, where were we working with highlight data before? Okay. We're going to kind of move these in here. Get highlight good data moves in. And if you're wondering what highlight good data is, that's a class we created last time, I think. It's got the ID and the data associated with it. But just, that's it. Just, it's got the good and it's got the data. And that just allows us, I think, you got to just go straight to the dictionary, grab it. Maybe this. There we go. Okay, let's move this to its own file. Go back, continue our search. Here we go. I'm thinking that's what I'm just going to be a set call like that. All right, done. In the right spot. Okay, where else? And then that's it. That seems to have gone round trip. So now we've got the highlight data manager is kind of pulled out of the script segment editor. It's built automatically when it's initialized. It keeps track of things, but now that it's pulled out, I can now use that back in our test. Here, we can pass in an additional parameter right here. Like that. And there's the highlight data manager right there.
Hector HSC.
Hector, welcome, buddy. Glad to have you with us. Oh wait, did I miss something? Line 22, Edmund 311, or were you telling me that's connected to the I love the if is with the ... is? I think that's probably what you're saying. We can finally calm down, people. Hector's here. How you doing, Hector? Yeah, that's what you're saying? Okay, great. Okay, so let me close this down so we have more space here. There's our highlight data manager coming in right there. It's a drone show by Surly and his pet drones. All right. I feel like I'm going to keep passing it as a parameter. That's what I think I'm going to do. We'll throw it in right here. That, come down in here, do the same thing. Like that. Now we got the highlight data manager coming in. So now when we come in and say we're going to do this part, we want to come in and say do this, get the get highlight GUID, get data. It needs the GUID. I love trash. Uh-oh. Oh, no! I'm going to create something called get data from color. We're going to pass in that solid brush color to get the data back. And then we're going to set that to script highlights. What you got for me, script highlight? Did we do it? Got text. Yeah. It's got text. We're going to rename that to data. Right? Script highlight data. Well, no, it's not that. I'm wrong. We're going to create something called data. That's what we're going to do. Create an auto-implemented property in there of type string, like that. That's data. It's got highlight color and it's got its data. Get data from color is there. Let's go build that. Where's our color manager? Pretty sure the color manager is what is the name of the class that matches colors to unique color manager. There it is. Get GUID from color, like that. There's our GUID, and then we're going to say, hey, return get highlight. Do I want to do get highlight GUID data? I'll just call it get data from GUID, like that. And we'll build that one. There's get data from GUID, and now I think we're going to just kind of borrow this code a little bit and tweak it a bit. So it's going to say, if it contains the key, then we're going to return simply the highlight data. Otherwise, we're going to return null, like that. Get data from GUID. That, make it nullable. Okay. I think now we got something. Let's run it. Still don't have support for inline UI containers yet, but we're working with it. Need to come in here and highlight some pieces. So let's highlight that. Paragraph, and whoops, I hit Control B for bold. I meant to click over there for the highlight. So there we got 3 highlighted pieces right there. Test convert. Okay, now we're in something with a background color. So it's the word world. Highlight color is there. There you can see the green. And now we're expecting this to say like test 0, I think. There it is, sweet. So test 0 is there in that data. And we're going to add the script highlight. That's looking like it's working well. Keep going, and now we're in the UI inline UI container. So we got to add the image. So we're going to say new script image. like that. And what do we got? Image details. Okay, so I think we need to do this. UI container dot child is an image, just an image, I think, not an image brush, just an image. I think I might have to restart because I think it's going to want to add a using. Oh wait, I think I can add usings now in edit and continue. Okay, if we're an image, then the image details is going to be equal to, we're storing the image details in image.tooltip as string. I think. Did I change this? I feel like want to double check. There's two different tooltips here. Yeah. Right here is where we're storing custom button data coming in, storing there. We're expecting it to be a string in the inline UI container that holds the image. That's what we're expecting. Okay. So that's fine. Script details. This is string is fine. The image name. I don't even recall how we're getting the image name in here. We're gonna set a breakpoint here and we'll step through it. We need a line of code that looks like this. Script image. And we need to fill this out a little bit right in here. So let's keep going. Let's do it again. Highlight, 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 test. Okay, so now we're on the image. Okay, so there's the data, the can you see this that we encoded in it. What's going on with the music? Doesn't sound quite right. And I'm still hearing music. All right, Sterling, I'm about to refresh the drone game. Before I do that, nope, I'm refreshing it. You have to launch your drones again, buddy. Okay, this is the image. I wanted to see where we get the name. I'm imagining it's in source. Okay. I'm not sure how much of this I want to store. I think I just want to grab everything after cr/images. Just get that and then re-add it later. That's what I think I want to do. Okay, so let's look at script image.source. Nope, sorry, not that. Image.source. And can we go right in here and get a property like name? Image source is a bitmap. It's called bitmap. Is property of bitmap image? Wait, that's what I said. Look at this. Is this true? URI source is the piece in there. So it's a bitmap image. Let's try it. If source is bitmap image, see if we can add the usings here. Good. Whoops. Then we're going to come down in here and bitmap image dot URI source dot still use absolute path, and then we're going to go into system.io path get file name only, get file name, pass in that absolute path to it, see how that works. And let's see how we could do with that. There it is. Okay, so now we're going to go into script image and say script image dot file name equals file name, like that. We'll declare that as auto implemented. There it is. Execute that line of code. Okay, so we've got a file name. We've got image details. Should this be called data instead? Image details. Image details is okay. I was going to say image data maybe, but details is good enough. Okay, so now there it is. We added our block. And are we done? Sweet, and we're done. Create script segment. Okay, so we've got that. Next, I think we save it. And then we load it. We need kind of the reverse of this whole thing. Let's worry about saving it. I don't think I'm using the JSON serialization. I stopped it. I have. Okay, let's install it. Is it done? Maybe it's done. Maybe it was that fast. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's now installed. To save this, you know, you'd think I'd know this from heart, but I just don't. I'm gonna have to work my way down here. No, I don't want to do save settings. Is it? No. What is it? Coding Girl, you usually got this. You got me with this assistance here. What is it, kids? Chat, you know what it is? There's all these options, or there's the one I really want. I really feel like it's close here, but I'm looking for a serialize option right here, and I'm not seeing that. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What are you looking for? I'm looking for, I've got newtonsoft.json. I want to serialize the return value of what's, I want to serialize an object. I'm just trying to remember what was it, JSON converter? Which one of these it is? I'm expecting like a static method on one of these. And I thought it was serializer, but I'm not seeing any static methods on those. I thought it was JSON serializer, and then I was expecting to see some some static methods on this. But this is just creating instances of its JSON serializer, which is not quite there. JSON convert.serialize. Gotcha. Thanks. JSON convert dot. Why no serialize here though? JSON serializer dot serializer. This says Edmund. That's not. Why is it not doing it? Am I just in the wrong namespace maybe? I'm feeling the JSON convert. What does it need for this? Oh, now I've got it. It's weird I didn't see that before. Like really weird. Okay, so now we're going to get this as a result right up here. There's the serialization right there. And I don't think am I going to write it to a file? Okay, path. What is it? Something like assembly.current. Get app settings. How do we get our app settings? I don't know how to do that either. Let's go figure that out. Get the app settings folder. Get app settings folder. C#. JSON serializes in static. You have to create an instance, and I think it has the raw serialized methods. JSON convert, I think, is where it got us. Thanks so much for the help with that chat on that, Edmund. I appreciate that. How to get my app settings folder path for the current user? Fine. File path. Really? You gonna make it that hard for me? The reference to system configuration. All right, fine. We'll do that. It's just a return from here. Coding Gorilla says you have to create a configuration using configuration builder. Is that something I have to do in addition to what I've got right here? And I'm not sure how to do that. I mean, if you're saying using configuration builder, it sounds like it's a Visual Studio tool. Is it? Let me know if I need to grab something, do something else. Get app settings path. Let's see. We can certainly step through this code and see what happens with it. All right. Okay. Breakpoint. Run. Time I'm not changing this, keeping it bolded like that. We'll see what happens. Let's do the test convert. Clear that. Got a serialized script. Let's see what we got. Hello, world with highlight color and some data. That looks good. This is my next paragraph. That looks good. And here is an image with its, well, image is the word image highlighted. What that is. Let me get you a link. Configuration, config is new configuration builder. Oh, got to add my app settings JSON. Using system configuration. I did do that part. All right, I'll take a look at this. If this doesn't work, we'll go to the next step here and go back and look at that. And then we've got an image right here. Can you see this? Now, oh no, are we in trouble? Shoot, I forgot we were serializing this, and I forgot that JSON serializer wasn't smart about creating descendants of elements in the list. Which means this is not going to just work magically and come right back out. We're going to have to figure that out. Yeah, I'm in .NET 6. Are we in trouble? Frequently. That's what Fred says. Okay, so I got to figure this out. Ugh. Forgot about that problem. Still in 4.7.2? I don't know. I'm kind of like for new projects, just kind of, you know, playing with what's out there, latest stuff, and just trying it out, seeing how it works. Okay, so either we need to create a single kind of universal script block object, or we need to create kind of a base one in that abstract class that has the ability to convert itself to, you know, the descendant classes that we created. In other words, I figure out from what properties are available what the type is, or add an additional parameter that encodes the type inside of it. I don't know of an elegant solution to this problem. Like there might be one that already exists, like in JSON. Excuse me. Let's look at this in Newtonsoft. Newtonsoft serialize list of different descendant instances. See what we get. There we go. That's my question. Just looking at the distribution. Oh, here we go. Oh, it looks like there's an elegant solution here. Type name handling to all. There it is right there. Holy cow. Is it going to be that simple? That elegant? Oh my goodness. All right, let's close that a second. Let's stop it. Let's create those options. And that'll make it add $type node that instructs the deserializer as to what concrete type you want back. Oh my goodness. That's awesome news. I love it. settings. But we got an indentation setting up here. Formatting equals indented.
Awesome!
This is going to be so awesome. Yeah. I'm going to be like super happy that works. Okay. One more time. Highlight. 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 Test. Here's the serialization. Let's look at it now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
He's awesome!
It's a lot, but you know, I guess I don't really care. Yeah. I'm almost, I kind of would like to be able to switch it on and off for just the pieces I'm interested in, but I'm not sure if there's a way to do that. Let me just look and see what is going on here. There it is. A drawback is that it will name all the objects you're using. As such, it will name the list you're putting the objects in. Using anything other than type name handling is type link handling none could open yourself up to a security vulnerability. Sure, I believe you. Might try switching to auto to see if it's smart enough to only name the objects you want. Oh, I didn't know there was an auto option. All right, let's go back and do it one more time. How are we doing now? That's better. That's what I want. I'm done. Sweet. Auto looks really nice. I love that. All right, let's see. How's our path going? Do we get the path? That looks decent. That looks ridiculous right there, but okay. Just that part. Like, what's happening there? Okay. User config. Then, well, we need to get a file name here. Oops. Is this our app settings path? I feel like our real app settings path, where we are allowed to write data, should only be this portion right here. That's the old XML config. I don't think that's what you want. I think I want to say get app settings folder. Let's go back and look at that one up again. Get my app settings folder path for the current user. Well, that's one of the suggestions. That was the highest ranked suggestion. Although we do have this. I'm not liking that. App setting. feel like I've written code that's just done that just to get the path. And I hate hard coding stuff like this while we're in the testing phase. All right, let's do this. We'll work with it and see how this goes. Settings folder, is that going to be different each time we run it? I hope not. App settings located in the same folder as the executable. You want to get the executable folder, get the running current directory. Isn't it like assembly.current? No, assembly dot what? Get executing assembly. Oh yeah, you think so? I'm going to try that. Dot. Where is it? Folder? Hold on. Let's do this. Get this line of code. What do we got inside there? Well, so you think we can get app settings in here inside our debug? I guess I can write to it at the very least. I can get that. We'll get location. So all right, let's go back up here again. I'm in here. Make these changes up here. What's my problem here? Not nullable, is it? Is that what you're saying? No? Yes, you are. Interesting. Okay. All right. So there's my folder and admin says end assembly.get entry assembly. Wait, I'm just going back and rereading Coding Gorilla's suggestions, saying you should be able to just do .app settings. I've never seen that before. So you're telling me that if I come in here and say write all text, that that is going to do it? I think there were two of these here. Hold on, like that. That is going to do it. And then we give it a file name, like tests.json. Is that really going to work? I think that's now what you're suggesting. I'm way overthinking this. Yeah, just help me underthink it, guys. I'm like, this is me. Try that. Wait, why are you trying to write the JSON to the settings file? I just want to save something out and then get it back in a way that's somewhat disciplined and not just hard-coded. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get a safe place to save a file that's not C:\\. That's all I'm trying to do. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm way overthinking this. Yeah, you guys got a recommendation on the best way to do this? Because I could also just simply say return, you know, this is what I was trying to avoid. Like that. Yeah, I don't want to do temp path because I need it to be reliably there the next time I run. I want to be able to save it out and then come back and load it. That's why I was moving towards app settings. You just write to whatever JSON. That will write out to the current executable folder. Yeah, I can do that. That's my underthinking way. Fine, I'm doing that. Like that. Like that. So there it is. There's my test JSON. We don't need this anymore. I'm going to kill it because I can get rid of that. Wouldn't write it to settings though. Okay. All right. All right. So there's the setting, the save right there. One more time, we'll save out the data, then we'll come back and write the reading code. All right, go. All right, and there it is. It wrote it out. Let's go look at it, verify it's where we're expecting it to be. Right in here. There it is. All right, sweet. Okay, so there it is. We've saved it out there, test JSON. I now concur with you. Everybody who thought I was overthinking it, I concur with you. So good job. Good job, everyone. Okay, here it is right here. That's looking good. Okay, sweet. Don't forget the dot. I think I got the dot. Right here, right? Yeah. Okay. Next, we want to deserialize it. And clean some of this up. Analyze selection. This was for just kind of learning what was going on with the structure. So we need a new button to load the to load the model. We'll turn this to, this is going to be save model. Okay. We're going to do one more of these called load model. That. All right, so we're going to load up. Like that. Pretty sure we got to do the same settings. Extract that. Although, what's our deserialized object? Maybe it's smart enough. It doesn't actually need settings. Nope, it takes settings. Okay. Are they a different set of settings? Oh no, it's because this right here, serialized object. Script segment is what we're looking for. All right, there's our script segment coming back in. Looks like that's nullable. And then I think I just want to get a breakpoint here and take a look at it. Make sure it's what we're expecting. So come in here and say load model. Okay. Script segment, 11 blocks, that's good. Text, highlight, text, text, highlight, text, text, highlight, and the image. So we've got 3 highlights, 1, 2, 3, and the image. So that looks good. All right, so we're able to get that in. Next, we want to convert it. So where's our factory script segment builder? Is this thing it? This is a script segment builder. I think I'm going to create a separate class called a FlowDocument builder. Like that. And it's going to take as a parameter to it, it's going to take in a script segment. Like that. This is going to be static class. Is that true? Yeah, I think I want to be static class. This is going to be a static method that's going to actually return a flow document. And it'll be called create flow document. And that's static. And you can take the script segment. We got to go into the script segment, script blocks. We got to do for each on that, go through each script block. And we're going to say, here we're going to say new flow document, like that. Call that result. We're going to return that at the end. Then we're going to say create. Oh no, we are not storing paragraphs anywhere, only inlines. How do I want to handle that? All right, let's, we're going to have to handle that. We'll come back to here. Yeah, we're going to have to handle it because we need to be able to preserve the paragraph breaks. So we got to fix that. So one of the things we're going to need to do is kind of change the architecture a little bit here. A script segment has a bunch of script blocks. I think it's really going to have a bunch of script paragraphs. And actually, let me undo this second. And the script paragraph is going to have a bunch of script blocks. Like that inside of it. So that looks like that. This becomes script paragraph right here. Script paragraphs, maybe, do I just want to call it paragraphs? I just want to call this blocks, like that. Segment, there we go, paragraph. Okay, let's go move that to its own file. And let's go look at where the code's broken. Okay, well, this is definitely going to be becoming paragraphs. Like that. Come back. Oops. Okay. Where else do we have errors? No more issues found, really? Okay. So at this point, all right, let's go back over here. Let's create a new script paragraph here. Like that. We're going to say result dot add dot paragraphs dot add script paragraph. Then we're going to pass in script paragraph to add script inline there. So add script inline is going to not take a script segment, but instead is going to take a script paragraph like that. And result is going to just go into blocks and add them there. Same thing here. And same thing down here. So now we have more of a structure in what we're saving. That should be our errors. Is that it? Where's my list of problems here? Main window does not contain button save. What? Not sure how that happened. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So that's saved. We now go back into FlowDocument Builder. So now we're going to go through the script paragraphs. Now we need to create a new paragraph. And in the FlowDocument world, is it just a paragraph? I think that's what it's called. New paragraph. Like that. We're going to say result dot blocks dot add paragraph. That looks like it's good. Then we want to go into all the blocks and we want to say let's say create flow blocks like that. Passing in paragraph and the script block. Okay. Script blocks has got a bunch of what? Does it have anything? Oh, here's where we need to do the check. No. Here's where we do this. We want to say script block dot add to and pass in paragraph. That's what I think I want to do. And in fairness, we could inline this temp and delete it. Inline the method and delete it, I mean. Okay. Let's do that. Let's go declare this. We're going to make this abstract. Like that. So, downside is script block knows about a paragraph. It's got this using to system Windows documents. Upside is the code's pretty simple. So it simplifies the code. I don't know. You might consider pulling this out and abstracting this. Yeah, we'd have to abstract it, I think, with another class that has the ability to add elements. That's what I think we would have to do. All right, let's implement this in the descendants. See how it looks. Let's start with the easiest one first. Just the text descendant. There. Yeah, it's kind of a downside. It's not, I don't have a lot of great elegant solutions to this. We'll just keep going on this space and give it some thought, maybe refactor it later. Okay, so at this point in the script text, we're going to come in and say paragraph dot inlines dot add, and we want to create a new run, and we're going to pass in our text. I think that's it. Okay. And what's my problem up here, though? What's wrong with our add to? Oh, because it's not override. And what's wrong with it now? Need to be public. There we go. Okay, that's it. All right, so there's script text, script highlight. We'll do that next. And now for the highlight, we want to add a new run. And we want to set the background equal.
Check out the chat room.
An extension method to what, Coding Gorilla? Because if it's an extension method to paragraph, I still have the same kind of problem that I'm using system Windows documents down in this low-level class, right? It kind of pollutes things, makes testing harder, all of that. But I'm just not envisioning really elegant solutions. Another elegant solution is create a second class that has its, that I can make a call on. That's probably the better way to do it. That does the adding. That, does the adding, the creation, that sort of thing. And I don't know. To script block. Oh, and that's how I get it out. Okay, I'm with you. I'll do it. Yeah, I like that. That's not bad. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So script block extensions like that. Really super interesting idea. I never considered doing that. Using extension methods to kind of decouple structure like that. So, this goes here, I think, right? Okay. Don't forget you can add a semicolon after the namespace. Right. Thanks so much. Let's do that. First, hold on. Let me move this to its own. Do I have a... Will it get it? Type to file. Looks like it'll get it. Okay. Text.text. Background is equal to new solid color brush. We got to pass in the color. Wait, there's no background in the script text. This is for another one. Looks like it started to type something in that we don't need. Run the script text. Text is in there. Support for my braces because I'm an old fart. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to be a new fart today. Okay. I think that one is good. Do another one. We've got a script image. And we have another one that's going to be a script highlight. Okay. So the highlight, this part's it's just a little tricky here, but I think we can make this all work. Flaw in the architecture. We have a flaw in the architecture. The flaw in the architecture has to do with the color, the unique color manager. Let's start moving these to files. Okay. Yeah, Weirdbeard says me too, but I really like not having to indent the code part of the document. Yeah, I'm 100% with you guys. Let's do that though. I'm liking that unindent. Okay, the color manager class is static. It's a mistake. Pretty sure. Because we don't need unique colors across all the different platforms. We only need unique colors within a particular, when I say across the platforms, what I meant was across all the different segments. We only need unique colors within each segment. So unique color manager should be an instance class inside each segment. And yeah, I think that's all we need. Well, I think that's what we need to do. Let's go with that intuition. The intuition says it's not static anymore. Not static. Okay. What's my problem with all these get codes not working? Doesn't exist in the current context, it's there. What's going on? It's totally in the context. Let's have a syntax error somewhere. Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, got rid of the word class. That could be a big deal. Yeah. Okay. So this is now going to be an instance class, unique color manager. Let's see where we're using that. Okay. It's in the highlight data manager, which is now there's an instance of. So we'll come in here and say new unique color manager. Make that a field. Go get our errors. problem out here. We can access it through the data manager. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is in the highlight data manager, I'm going to create a property for this here. And we're going to initialize it to that. So now what was previously a static reference is now an instance reference. Okay, so that code's all good there. Should be good. Main window. Here we got to go to TBX test. I think I'm going to call get unique color on it. And then we're going to declare that. And then we're going to return the highlight manager. Right? I got it here, don't I? Thought I had the highlight manager here. Yeah, it's right there. Oh, highlight data manager. Okay. Highlight data manager dot unique color manager dot get unique base color. Like that. Okay. Okay, where else are we having problems? So script editor, script segment editor. Okay. Do we have the highlight data manager there? Looks like we do. Okay. I think that's it. Let's see what we can build. Add to is gone. And this one is gone. And I think we still need to do our interesting. Now music's not playing at all. So I went after the music bug on Friday, I think. I played music for the whole day and not a single problem with it. I'm gonna refresh it, Surly. I love your drone formation, but I'm gonna refresh because I want to get the music back in. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I added some diagnostic stuff too, because I was thinking there's an option to suppress volume for a while, see if we were suppressing, and that wasn't the case. The diagnostics should be showing messages in the chat room, and they're not. So that doesn't appear to be the case. I don't know what's going on with this. This is a problem that started with no code changes. And so therefore, when I say no code changes, I mean no code changes on my side. I think it's related to code changes somewhere else, maybe either with regards to the Signal R engine or with regards to the Twitch API. Haven't figured out what it is. When I do figure it out, I'll let you know, though. Yeah. I have a meeting, engaging lurking mode on. Okay, WeirdBeard Dev. Okay, so let's see. We need to go back to our extension methods. Okay. And so now we're going to do, we need to create a new image. So it's a little tricky, because we need to grab the right stuff from it. It's not a new run. It's a new inline UI container, like that. And this is not the first time we've done this. There's code out here somewhere that does something similar. Oh, come on. There's no new inline container inside here? Come on, where are you? There's no other constructors for it, it looks like. Okay. Thought we had at least one more constructor. There it is, but it takes the image. I see. Okay. Okay. Custom image data is coming from script image.custom data, image details, coming from there. Okay, image file name coming from script image.file name. And the image folder, we got to go reconcile that. Let's move this. A new static class called folders. And then we'll create our image property in there. Got some flowers, man. Testing out my machine. Look at all these flowers. Okay, so this is going to be folders.images. Folders.stirImage folder. I think that's the only occurrence of it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to come back and now say images. Like that. Move this to its own file. There it is. Okay, so now we can come back over here, I think, and go into folders.images. Okay. Okay, so here add to with the script image is going to come in. What's my problem here? Is it because this could be null? Yeah. Okay. And then we added that as one of its inlines. Okay. Next. Oh man, we're going crazy with the flowers. Last one here's script highlight. Okay, so here's where we want to set the background. Come on. And are we calling any of these yet? I'm not sure if we're calling them. Are we calling them? We're not finding any of these, but I think we do actually have a call. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's try this. Kill the connection to my bots, I think. Oh, no. Music coming back on. I'm going to refresh the drone game. If I refresh the drone, are we going to lose the flowers? I think we do. Pretty sure. Yep. Flowers are all up there. Okay. Well, we won't refresh the drone game. We'll leave it until the flowers go away. Okay, I think I need one more extension method. I think the problem is, so Coding Gorilla, the problem with the extension methods is that because I've got these different classes, I still am going to need at some point a way to route them. I need to route them. What is this base thing called? The class is called a script block. Is that right? Yeah, I don't like this code. So I think you're basically writing a bunch of code like this. And the downside to this is if we add any new descendants of the class, we're kind of screwed. We got to come back in here and update those. I guess the good news is I'm not actually anticipating adding any new descendants at this point. But that's what it looks like. We have to do that. At the very least, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to say, hey, create any descendants. All right, so I got a note for myself there in case I do that. Okay. These are extension methods. All right, so there's our extensions. So our add to is going to come in here. Then depending on the type, it's going to go grab the other ones. It's not great either. Right? The whole point in creating these extension methods is to take these low-level classes, the paragraph, or not the high-level classes, paragraph, out of the low-level classes, so they don't have any knowledge of them. I'm not quite finding the perfect, elegant solution to this yet. I'm just not. It seems like every approach involves inelegant code. The other idea I'm still playing around with is the idea of kind of having this visitor class, this class that's going to go in and it's going to kind of know what to do. And it's passed in to an override of add to, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so we've got add to. Let's go look at where that's being called. That's being called in here in create flow document. We're not calling this from anything yet, but I feel like we're about ready to test it. We do need to save first. So let's jump back to our main window. Here's our save. We're going to need to do our save. We're going to need to go flow document builder. Create flow document, passing in script segment like that. And then we're going to need to come in and say tbx test.document is equal to that. And I guess we should do a not null check. That's our load. I'm going to do that. We'll do a save, one more save, and then we'll load and we'll see how it looks. See how it works. Save model. It's just occurred to me, the music stops at the end of one song. So it's like the transfer to the next song is failing. That's a clue. When I look at that code, that's a clue to keep in mind. One song ends and the next one just simply starts, doesn't play. Nothing wrong with the transitions. Okay, so we saved. We should be able to delete all of this and then click load model. I don't think it's because the genre changed. I'll leave it until the next song after this one. I don't think it's a genre change. I haven't noticed the genre change as being the issue. Okay, so now I'm going to do... Did I click on load model? Should have a breakpoint out there. Okay, so there's my breakpoint. Script segment, what do we got? Does it look good? 4 segments. Got 4 paragraphs. First paragraph's got nothing in it. Second one's got 3 elements in it. 3 blocks. Got text, highlight text. Okay. I'm feeling like potentially good here. Let's drill into this and see what we got. Going through each paragraph. There's the paragraph, adding the paragraph. Now we're just, whoops. Okay, no blocks for the first one. That's okay. This one should give me something. It's got some script text calling add to, so we get in here. Then we go out to there, and we're just going to add the text. Hello. Sweet. That looks good. And again, script highlight. So this one is slightly different. Script highlight. Uh-oh. I'm missing some code. Background is equal. Is this the next song? Yeah, I think it's the next song. Weird. Oh, I was going to say weird that the boombox isn't here, but the boombox moves back over there on the next song. So I thought I'd moved it out, but I didn't realize when we fade in a new one, it puts it back over there. So background is equal to new solid color brush. Do I have... I don't have the highlight manager. Sorry, I got to kill it. I need the highlight manager passed in. Highlight data manager. That's what we need to pass in. So let's add that as a new parameter. And we're going to have to add it as a new parameter here. And we're going to have to add it as a new parameter here. Pudding! I like pudding! I like pudding! I like pudding. Hey, Pudding. Welcome, buddy. Glad you made it. We're in the middle of some serious C# code here. Highlight manager, highlight data manager. I really only need it in this one right here. I'm Pudding. You are Pudding. We're all Pudding. I only need it here, so I think I'm okay. So we need to create a new solid color brush. So we're working on, by the way, serialization and deserialization of the flow document and also converting it to our data model and then back out of our data model back into the flow documents. We're working on those pieces right there. So we're also serializing. So we're right now, this code right here, we've deserialized and we are trying to reconstruct the document. Dr. Pudding is in the house. So what do we got here? Highlight data manager dot. Unique color manager. What do we got to do here? Inside of this script highlight is the color that we originally used. There's a get unique. That's not what we want because we know it's a unique color already. We want I think we want an add here. Highlight color. I think that's step 1. We add it. Step 2. Hold on, let's look at how we created the first time. It's all encoded in the solid color brush, actually. So we need create this here. And now we need to add, associated with that color, we need to add the script highlight dot data. So that binds the data to the color. The unique color manager is passed in from the outside. It's bound to the control. So it's gonna map all these pieces together. I think that's it. Gives me the unique data. All right, so let's do the add there. Build that. Color. So we're going to call get code on it. Get the key. And we're going to say color map of key equals data. Pretty simple. What? Oh, the color maps hold on. Color maps are GUIDs. Okay. So what we need to do we're not binding it here, are we? It's the highlight manager. Is it holding that data? There, the song just stopped. Isn't that all doctors do is paperwork? Wait, what's going on? What I miss? One day, doctor, but at least we did the hardest part. Now it's all paperwork, which I hate more than anything, right? Okay. If not, color maps dot contains key, then we're going to add a new GUID. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it or if it's better to say that. I think I like that better. GUID.newGUID. Okay, yeah, music stopped. Stop it, and then start it again. Did it come back? So we don't need data here. Writing papers. There's a triad in .6, .NET 6. Okay. I can do that. Which I trust is something similar like that. Okay. So there, that adds it and gets the GUID for it. Now at some point we want to clear out all the GUIDs when we load. So here. Something like this, clear cache data on the load. And what did I miss? Hector says, may I ask you an off-topic question? Yes, absolutely. UI, absolutely. My favorite off-topic questions right there. Clear cached data, like that. Go. And then we're going to go in there and declare it. Wow, you're ready with the question. The mouse was one of those devices that changed how we interface with computers. Yes, I agree with that statement. We have other examples like hyperlink later, and then touch, especially with the new devices. In VR and AR, we're not there yet. What kind of new interfaces are going to dominate these technologies? Let's imagine somehow the headset is not the problem. I haven't seen it yet. We seem to be mimicking current user interfaces, keyboards, etc. Yeah. Well, the problem that you have with VR is that it gives you the visual, but it doesn't give you the tactile, right? And so tactile is missing. And it depends on the interface. I haven't really donned a lot of VR headsets. But you want, one of the things you want, and I've, a little tricky, but one of the things that you have, one of the senses in your body is proprioception. And proprioception tells you where something is in three-dimensional space. So I can do this, I can close my eyes and bring my fingers together, and I can touch them with my eyes closed because proprioception tells me where this finger is and where that finger is in three-dimensional space, right? I can do that and get right in there, right? I know where they are. Similarly, if I like put my cup down here and then I, you know, whatever, do this, close my eyes and come back out and reach for it, I should be able to get it like that, right? Again, that's proprioception. Now, if I'm going to create an interface in the VR world, right, and I'm moving around, well, where am I putting my buttons? Right? Do I put them in the same place? Or do they move with me? Right? Kind of messes with proprioception if they move. Similarly, in Windows 11, they put the taskbar icons in the middle. They center them. So if I start loading things, they move, changing their places as opposed to going from left to right, right, by default. And because they change positions, they defeats my ability to go, you know, grab the mouse and drag it to the right spot because it's not in the right spot anymore. Edmund says, I think touch on phone has surpassed the mouse keyboard as the most common way to access a computer. I would agree with that. It's not bad. Touch on phone. Also, you've got no tactile or very little tactile ability on the phone, right? So but you make up for it with other techniques. Sometimes with vibration, sometimes, you know, by exploiting the edges of the phone, right? Like I can swipe up or swipe down from certain corners, that sort of thing. And that gives me my tactile for very common tasks. So I can feel the edge of the phone and then swipe up into it. That sort of thing. So future of interfaces. Yeah, the problem is you're missing tactile, and tactile is important. It really is important. This is also, by the way, you know, one of the great physical interfaces that we had in the old days all over the place was the dial, right? The dial was awesome because you could get precision changes and it was physical. We've never seen a dial really survive or have dominance in the flat two-dimensional world of a screen environment, right? The closest thing we have is when they actually give you a physical dial what is it? It's like Elgato Dial or something like that. It's an interface that you can, here it is, Elgato Wave. You can just hook that up, and now you've got, oh, come on, stop. I don't know what this means. No. All right. So anyway, that right there. Right? So you can hook that up to different things, and now you've got this cool precision, instrument again connected. But this doesn't show up in 2D because it doesn't work. Similarly, in VR, right? Putting a button out there and giving you that feedback is tricky. I've seen some of the latest stuff they've been doing, and it's not bad. They're like, as you push in, you can see the button depress, and you can see it glow as it's depressed, giving you a sense that it's about to click, that sort of thing. But you have to compensate for that. The other thing you have to compensate for, and this is where they fail to do this in cars, is that it's generally harder to hit targets this way than it is this way, right? If I'm moving up my hand to hit a button on a car, the button my hand's going to be like vibrating because of the car anyway, right? Like this. This part is the harder part to hit, and so the buttons should be actually taller on cars. And I think, like I said, I haven't really donned the VR headset, but the buttons need to be big enough so that you can hit them easily, and they need to be, I think, in the same space, or at least in relative to an anchorable place. So if anchorable off of my body, that sort of thing. But if I've defeated proprioception, I have to use more brain power to nail the target, and it's not right. If you want to talk about the future to fix all of this seems to be to engage in my brain the feedback I need. It's just get out of here, Jetsam.
He's in the house.
Yeah, we need a way to really get to the physicality. I need to be able to touch the button and feel it. And to do that, I think we need an interface with the brain. So I think, got some time to come. How you doing, Jetsam? Welcome. We're talking about UI here a little bit. We're just in the middle of finishing up some code we're writing here. I was just doing something. I don't even remember. Clear cache data. Okay, so here we're going to go in and say color map dot clear. That's going on here. Great, thanks, Mark. Yeah, if you have a more specific follow-up on that, Hector, right, let me know. I'm like, I kind of feel like you gave me a lot of room, and so you get kind of a vague answer, but if you have a more specific question, let me know. Yeah, if we're going to take things away, if we take the physical out, or we only have 2 dimensions, like on a screen you're watching now, if we take things away, we have to compensate. So we have to compensate by making things easier to work with in some way. In a lot of ways, the mouse is compensation for the flat world we live in, because the mouse is essentially a 2-dimensional kind of thing that I'm moving around, right? Moving around in a 2-dimensional surface. It's interesting to imagine a similar kind of thing, a 3-dimensional mouse for a 3-dimensional world. But I'll tell you, if you look at 3-dimensional games versus 2-dimensional games, or even 3-dimensional games that play in a 2-dimensional space, right? I find, and I think this is true for most people, I find that wrapping your head around a 2-dimensional interaction is much easier than a 3-dimensional interaction, right? So taking away a dimension can increase simplicity if you've got 3 dimensions. I don't know. I think it make it easier to use. That's kind of a general idea theory. I'll throw that out for now. Okay, clear cache data. Anything in here we need to clear? The highlight data. We're going to kill it all. There it is. That's what I'm doing. I'm killing it. All right, so there's clear cache data. We're calling that in create FlowDocument. So yeah, we're going to build everything in here. So now back to our add to. Back down over here, highlight manager's passed in. We've added this right here. We need to come in here. Got this set method. We need the GUID and the data. Okay, so my GUID, I'm going to get here. Like that. Let's go back in. Oops. Good. And then return good. And there we go. Okay. So there we've added that. Now the data here is going to be the script highlight dot data. Really? Nullable. I don't know if I like it or hate it yet. I'm not sure. You good down here? No, you're not. Okay. Guess we do that. No, we don't. We're going to go back. Yeah, I'm liking it. I think I like it. Here we're going to say, if not null, then we're going to do that. All right, I want a breakpoint in here so I can watch this code work. I feel like we're close. We're getting a round trip on this from the save to the load. And the cool thing is we shouldn't have to save anymore. We should just be able to delete this and then say load model. Do I have breakpoint set? I think I do. All right, here's this one. So add, we're going in here. The color map should be empty. It is. Here's my new GUID. There, got my key in there. There's the color coming in. All right, sweet. That gives me the GUID. Here's my GUID. My data is there. It's test 0. That's good news. Setting that in there. And then another one coming in. Did I fail to get the image? Maybe I got the image too. We haven't stepped through the images at all. We might want to go set a breakpoint here too and look at that. We're about to hit that, I think, after the second one. To run it. Another highlight. Oh, maybe I missed the image. Oh no, there's the image right there. Okay. There's the image. The file name is there. Getting the whole thing in. Okay. Okay, there's the tooltip. Looks correct. Well, this is looking good, guys. Wow. Okay, so now the next test is we want to see, can you see this when I hover over this? There it is. So that's the additional data that we brought in. It's showing the correct button. Next, when I click inside these areas, we should see data 0, 1, and 2 respectively. Test 0, test 1, and test 2. Sweet. So that means now if I come in and say, let's add some new text, we'll say, this is test 4, like that, and select that. Now, what happens though when I choose highlight here? Because highlight is using an internal counter inside of here, I believe. It's something called counter. There it is, test counter. And we don't increment that after we load it. I'm going to set a breakpoint here. I'm just going to set a breakpoint. And I'm going to add my own text when I redo this. We'll say, this is my own text. Like that. Like that. And run it. So now when I click on that, there it is right there. This is my own text. There's test 1, test 0. Sweet. So now we've got that. Let's do one more thing. Copy that, paste it down. Second copy of the image, like that. And let's save the model. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Looks like my image. Is this for the copied image? Yeah, look at that. I think that's it. The base URI actually looks really, really bizarre. It's pointing to a XAML document. Anything else interesting in here? No. URI source is also looking wrong. Okay. So this operation is not supported for a relative URL. Okay. So let's back it up. Can I close this down? There we go. We can do that if it's an absolute URI. I think I was in the middle of the save, right? I just killed the app. And put a breakpoint here. Start running again. All right, load the model. Yeah, I was on the save. So the problem was I did this and I tried to save. There it is. What is going on? So it saves out a temporary file, image1. Is that what happens on my copy? I don't see an image1 out here. Maybe it's something else going on that I don't quite understand with regards to this. It's in local path. Doesn't like accessing local path, invalid operation. Not liking that. Well, I think we may be in a bit of a blocking situation here with this, with the copy. It's going to take some more research, I think. Yeah, that dot image one dot slash image one PNG. Yeah, it was copied and pasted from the document into the document, and the process of pasting it changed the path. And I want to be able to support copy and paste inside of this editor of images. But I was not anticipating that it would not clone the URI. What if I cut and pasted highlighted blocks? I don't know. Let me get out of here. Let's find out the answer to that question. We're going to get out of here. Return. Set a breakpoint here, set a breakpoint there, run it. Okay, one more time. If we save the model, we should get the first breakpoint and the second one. We get both for both images. All right, now let's answer the question, what happens if we cut and paste? I'm cutting that, pasting that, and we're going to save. Yeah, cut and paste does the same thing to it. It changes URI source to /image1.png. Not quite sure how I want to fix that. I'm going to intercept cut and paste, or maybe something else. Might not use a URI source. It might embed the bitmap in the document as data. So we get any documentation on this. Here we go. Our best guess is in line with this statement. Yeah, that's an option. On paste. Okay. This is like a story. Which, as far as I can tell, is useless, because I don't know how to turn that into a file or an image. Wow, so the approach he's going with, if this person's going with, is intercept the paste and try to create your own elements inside. I don't actually want to do that because we can copy and paste a bunch of stuff. We can copy all of this and paste it. I want to be able to support all of that. Oh no! Oh no! No, no, no! Okay. Really? You couldn't understand the problem? Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. All right. The image is there loaded into the control. Maybe we can save it out to disk if it doesn't exist already. We saw this payload. Yeah, we saw this too. What we got out here? Oh no, he's going with this. I really don't want. I like this approach. No. No. You know what? There may be another way to do this. There's another way to do this, I think. Hold on. The get file name. So this is all in our save. We're just going to bypass all of this. Hold on. Image details are in the tooltip as a string. I think we use JSON serialization here to serialize a class to hold the information we need for this into the tooltip. The tooltip is preserved, and then we know what the file name is, and we grab the file name from that, the image file name. That's what I'm thinking. As a simple way around that for now, let's just do this. To do JSON serialize custom class. That assumes you don't copy paste from Word or the web or something. That's true, but that's okay in this world. I only want to support copying and pasting within these documents to each other. That's what I want to do through the segments. I want to be able to support that, but not from another place. From another place, I can do an on paste intercept. That one, and I can make that work too, I think. So let's just do something like this. We'll put the image file name followed by colon followed by custom button data, just for now, and then we'll later serialize this thing out. So there's the tooltip. He's now going to hold that. We don't need this anymore. I don't think we need any of this anymore. This is all just to research and understand what's going on. Okay, tooltip. This is no longer going to be image details. This is going to be the tooltip. Go get the colon. It looks like that. I'm worried about errors with passing in possibly if the colon's at the end of the line. Now we're at a refresh. Grown game. What do I want to do? I want to protect against that. So we're going to say, hey, if colon position is less than tooltip dot length -1. So we got something. Image details is that. Otherwise, we're going to say that's string.empty. Now we can come in here and set the image details. Maybe I'll go with null. And the file name, did we set the file name? Set that here. Okay, all this goes away. And I think that is going to work. Put a breakpoint inside of here. All right. Okay, so let's save the model. This is tooltip. Good. It's got the colon in the middle. There's the file name. That's awesome. Can you see this? There's the additional data we want to throw in with that. Good. And we got a second one. Tooltip, still the same value. So that's awesome. That's the pasted image, and it's preserved its data. Okay, there we've done the save. Now let's delete that. Click on Load Model. Run it. Sweet. We bring them both in. Can you see this? Can you see this? That's the fix. All right, good. Do we lost world? Oh, because it was in bold. We lost world, it was in bold. We're going to highlight this. Highlight this. Highlight this. Then we've got 0. Oh, this is my own text we've got in each one of these. Oops, oops, oops. Fine. Well, no. go fix that. Okay. Oops, I want to do a plus plus in here. Get some coins. Okay, so now, can I undo these? 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's come back again now. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Now we should have 3 different values here. 0, 1, and 2. That's what's changing right up there. That's the number that's changing. Okay. All right, good. Now we should be able to save this model through this breakpoint. Delete everything. Load the model. Oh, we lost the pictures. We lost the pictures after the load? Oh, I think I know why. Okay, those saved, but I think I know why we lost them on the load. Let's go figure that out. Script segment builder. Here's the problem. We didn't save the file name out. I think this is the file name. Is that right? No, wait. No, wait. Hold on. Let's go look at the data a second. Let's go look at the data out in the file. Oh, what's opening now? Visual Studio 215? No. Not what I want. Just throw it up in Notepad. So there's the script image. Image details are null, file name is null. That's not where that's why we're not bringing it back in. Yeah. Okay. So the tooltip, when we load it, I think is not being correctly set with this. So that's going to be not here. That's going to be in the other builder that we have. What's it called? FlowDocument builder. Here. Here's the problem. We lose the colon. This should turn into something else because we're using this in 2 different places, I think. Let's do this. Extract method. We're going to call this get encoded image details, like that. Make this public. And I think the other place we're using this, I saw it over here. No to-dos here. Script segment editor here. Okay. All right, we're going to use a refactoring called decompose parameter on this. It's just going to send in file name and image details. And then now we're going to call it, oh, it's really not, I'm not liking it here either. Hold on. I think I'm going to create a new class. Let's do that. Got that now. And now this. And I think we're like done. That's what I think. Now that we've done this, we should take the decoding code that we wrote and do the reverse of this so that we have this all in one place. Where was that? That was in the script segment builder, I think. Yeah, right here. Get coded. Hold on. I think I got the wrong name here. Should be encode image details, like that. And I want a second one called decode image details, which is going to take a string in here. Got to run. Okay, Hector, you're welcome. Thanks for the great stream. See ya. That's what Hector was saying, not me. We're going to pass in the encoded string. Like that. And then we're going to have some out parameters here. File name and image details. All right. Yeah, I am doing my show, but I can talk to you. What's up? Not muted. Just a second. Uno momento, kids. Muting. Okay, kids, I'm back. That was my daughter admonishing me for my behavior earlier today. We can hear you. Oh, I was not muted, really. That's remarkable. Wait, I've got the mute here. 1, 2. That was on my Mark cam. Mark's mic should not be going over. Ah, kidding. Okay, Shirley was kidding. She was like, oh my God, you weren't muted. I was muted. I knew what I was doing. All right, thanks, Shirley. That was an awesome joke. I love it. We just got punked, Gia. Yeah. Gia was admonishing me for my behavior earlier today at school. I was a little out of control, I suppose. But since you came back, the sound is awful. Why would it be awful? Can you describe it a little more? I guess I can go online and look at it. I'm like almost done. I think you unmuted the wrong mic. I did. How about that? That was it. Thanks so much, guys. That was a problem, right? Much better? Okay. Let's see if I can get back in the focus. I'm almost done here, I think. I'm looking at here. Is this right? Nope, that's the one that's good. Rate the button. Oh, I know, it's in here. There it is, right there. So now we want decode, right? Decode image details. And we're going to pass in the tooltip and get out the file name. And we're going to get out the image details. That's what we want. And there. Tooltip looks like it needs to be possibly annullable. Fine. We'll write this in a second. We're almost there. We need to set after this the file name is equal to file name. And image details is equal to image details. This all goes inside. Whoa! I am Thor! Oh. Nothing can defeat me! Whoa! Gotta go faster! Nothing can defeat me! Almost done with this code. We're going to call it a show here in a second. We got decode image details right here. Much better than what we had before. And then now we can change it to serialization if we want to. Let's paste in that code we've got. If encoded string, decode image details. Wait, there's nothing here. This is a void. Just returning. This is a void right here. Decoded string that we're just going to simply return like that. And I think we're going to have to set these to null to start with here. Give them something. Equals null right there. No. Equals null. Come on, give it to me. Got to get a semicolon there for the template to expand, I guess. And equals null. This is Visual Studio and CodeRush kind of fighting with each other here a little bit right there. Okay. What? What was awesome? Punking. You clipped it. I need to watch that clip. No code. Your screen is black. Are you kidding me? Still now or no? There we go. It was really, wonder where we were. How do we get no code? Let's go look at the clip. Let's listen in, shall we? Can't hear it. Where's my desktop sound going to? Wrong place, that's why. It was a great joke. I'll show that to Gia later on. She's gonna love it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. What do we got here? We don't need that, I think, and we don't need this down here. We need file name. We're getting it. We get it right there. File name is equal to that. So I think that's the code now. The code's a little simpler. I like it a little bit better. Okay, I think that's it. Let's now run it and see how we do. So we're looking for kind of a double save of the data is what we're looking for. Hold on, what am I missing in the chat? Code came back when he did the mark command, the finger wagging from behind the curtain. Yeah, I'm not sure where we lost or where we were. I might have accidentally, you could hear me still. Could you see me? That's weird. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I would have loved to have seen where we were, what scene we were on. We had just finished somebody's fanfare, I think. Is that right? Was it Jetsam? Okay, I'm going to keep focused on the code. We're almost done. Oh, the party! It's the party! What's blocking on the party? Background is there. It's grabbing the background. And if I turn off, that's the last one in. If I turn off background, oh, you switched it around. Just as I was doing that, let's go back to party 2 a second. Something on party 2. It doesn't make sense based on what I'm seeing. I'm going to have to do some more research into it. But it's definitely party 2 is the problem. Let me switch back around here so we've got some code. Whoa, I just switched to code. And now we're not seeing it here. What's going on? OBS, is it you? Maybe, maybe not. OBS says top monitor here. So the top monitor's there. Why can't you guys see it? Give me a second. I'm going to switch around to something else. You'll lose my audience.
And ignorance.
That's right. That's what we're doing. You're going to lose my audio in a second. Hold on. And my video. Give me a sec, but I'm going to switch to another scene. See what's going on here. I think I know what happened. It looks like the background got moved, maybe through one of the scenes that we're playing, because we interrupted it. Yeah, it was one of the scenes and the background got moved, and that's why we weren't seeing it. I think that's it. Anyway, looks good now. Let's see what party 2 looks like now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think it was. We interrupted. So just I'll keep an eye on that, out for that. Okay. The last time I bring up the music here, we got this, we're running. Okay, highlight. 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 Copy the image. Second image. Like that. Can you believe it? Save model. I think this is all going to work, but we'll go ahead and do this. That looks good. Here's it saved. I'm going to kill that. I'm going to load the model. Looks good. There's 0, 1, and 2. The hint, the tooltip is slightly off, but it's at least showing you the data, so that's okay. And now I think we're going to save one more time. We'll do a third image. Save the model. Delete everything. Load the model. And that looks good. The only thing we haven't tried, dare I try it right now, is we haven't tried a copy of this. This is my own text 1. If I copy that, this should totally show up and still be 1. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it is. So that. But we haven't tried duplicates, saving duplicates of the same one. So now let's save the model again. Delete it and load it. What happens on there? Did it work? 1, 1, 2, 0. That looks like that worked. All right, cool. So I'm going to call that essentially the end of today's show. That was essentially what we were trying to do. We wanted to be able to take the data from the flow document, get it into the model, take the model, serialize it, deserialize it, put it back inside the flow document. So, so good job, everybody. We did it. We did it. Told you, it went really smoothly. Smoothly. Just like this.
Awesome!
Ah! Awesome! I gotta get a little smart about what I'm gonna let these, what I'm gonna do when these get interrupted. Anyway, kids, thanks for joining us. Let's get a raid going. What do we got? Raid channel. Triple B. That's a no-brainer. We'll send you over to Triple B. See you tomorrow, Coding Gorilla. Thanks, Pudding. Thanks, Surly. Great prank again. Loved it. Weird Beard. All right, kids. Take care.